As we enter Thanksgiving week, this is my favorite holiday of the year. It's not even close. I am thankful. You'll keep hearing me say it all week. I say it all the time, but I'll be saying it especially this week. I'm thankful to be here with you and to use this opportunity tonight to flag some distractions that are being put up so that you don't ask yourself, hey, how come they're not talking about affordability? I thought that's what was going to happen after the shutdown. I thought that's the big thing. The meeting with the New York City mayor-elect and the president, right? Affordability. What's going on? Distractions. Why? Easier. Today, the Pentagon announced that they are investigating Democratic Senator Mark Kelly. Remember, he's a NASA naval officer also. Why? Distraction. Tasty clickbait. Distraction. This is payback for the video that the Democrats put out last week. It wasn't treasonous. There's no real legal issue there. Now, look, I didn't like the video. I didn't think it was the right message nor the right time, but I don't like this either. And we know why they're doing it and see it for what it is. A federal district court judge just dismissed the indictments against Attorney General Letitia James from New York and former FBI Director James Comey. Why? Because the prosecutor that the administration picked exceeded her statutory duration of being in power. This is called an unforced error. So what does it really mean? This is where the distraction part comes in. It does not mean that the case is gone. Well, first of all, this was a district court judge, which means what? It's being appealed, which means what? It could be overturned. Do I think it will be? No, I don't. But the words without prejudice that this district court judge attached means something. Means you can bring the charges again. Not to James Comey, maybe. Why? Statute of limitations. We'll see what happens with that. But fans of Attorney General James or fans of this going away against a Democrat, you're celebrating a little early. But again, I see this as lawfare, and that is a distraction. Now, the worst distraction, because it is actually derailing affordability being a main concern. MAGA members of Congress are reportedly trying to keep the president from making a proposal to you to extend the ACA subsidies. For how many, for how much, and for how long? It's hard to know. He hasn't been able to give the proposal. The reporting is that the proposal would extend the subsidies for 2 years in exchange for income caps and getting rid of $0 premiums that have allegedly led to broker fraud. Now, the president wants to have the fight. Okay? He does not want to cede affordability to anybody. He says, this is why I got elected. Now you give it a new word. I called it cost of living. Now you call it something else, and you say I'm not about it. That's why he met with the mayor-elect from New York City, because he sees him as the spirit animal of affordability, and he wants people who care about that, who's like everybody, to not think he's on the other side of it. The question is why is MAGA insisting on denying Trump that ability to make that case by saying, hey, we're not for this? Why are they insistent, apparently, on denying coverage to millions of people who voted for them and voted for them for exactly this reason, to help with the cost of living? Democrats, forget Epstein. Get out there with the ideas for the subsidies and the other things that are punishing people with prices. Put out what you're for, not just what you're against. This is your opportunity. My last example of a distraction is actually being used to distract us from dealing with prices by offering you a distorted reality about prices. What's going on with inflation? Are prices going up or down? Thanksgiving prices. Everybody's talking about them right now because they're so easy to play with. Two things can be true at the same time. Now, here is what does not work on social media. Nuanced truth. The answer to the question of whether or not prices are up or down depends. What prices? Where? What are you comparing them to in terms of when? Let's do Dia de Acción de Gracias, Thanksgiving. The retail price for a turkey is down this year. There you go. Down 16%. Next question. No. Wholesale prices, which are what the retailers, the people who sell you the turkeys, what do they buy them for themselves? Their prices are up 40%. So wait, hold on. Why is the wholesale price up? Same reason they were up under Biden when everybody was saying because Biden sucks. No, it was the bird flu, okay? Something Biden doesn't control. Bird flu decimated stock all across the country. So what happened now? All right, so there's still bird flu, so the prices to the retailers are up, but the prices are going down. Why? Because retailers are willing to lose money on turkey. Why? What, is that all you eat on Thanksgiving? Turkey? Not me. I don't even really like turkey, to be honest. So the turkey price has come down. But what about everything else that you buy once you're in the store to get the turkey? Sweet potatoes, up 40%. Milk, 16%. Frozen peas, up 17%. Vegetable trays of carrots and celery, crudité, up 60%. So, if that is true, why does Secretary Bessent say this?
Inflation has gone up. It's at 3% now, up from 2% in April when the tariffs were imposed.
No. They weren't. So inflation hasn't gone up. We have slowed inflation, and we are working very hard to bring it down. You know the best way to bring your inflation rate down? Move from a blue state to a red state. Blue state inflation is 0.5% higher, and that is because they don't deregulate. They keep prices up. Energy is higher.
No, it's because they have a different demand and supply structure. But that's not what's important. What's important is that this is why they like going on NBC, by the way, because they get what they feel is a legitimate platform, but there's not any real pushback. No, it's not 3%. No, it is. That's why he won't come here. No, it is 3%. Here it is, right here. Now, do you want to give me some specialized version of inflation? Do you want to show me a trend where the rate of the increase has been flattening? Is that what you're talking about? The answer is yes, it is. That means nothing to you. Because a year ago, it was 2.7, and now it is 3, which means, the rate of increase is still going up, okay? That's the truth. It's in front of your face, and he knows it. All right? Now, so what is this about? Add Bessent to the list of Patel, Bongino, and Bondi. Now, I'm not saying I dislike these people. You should dislike these people. The president should dislike these choices. They are not helping his cause. Mr. President, you are your own best messenger. And this guy is proof of that being the case, okay? These people, whether it's Epstein, whether it's lawfare, whether it's this, these guys do not sell it the way you do. Just saying. Now, Bessent wants you to be satisfied that the rate that prices are increasing is not as bad as it was before the administration, even if it's gone up even within this administration. You see, he's playing games. He's trying to distract you. Don't be distracted by something fugazi. Focus on the right questions about the right things and demand facts. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.